Hi, my name is Scott Adams, and I'm the president of the Fountain Hills Dark Sky Association. We're conducting an online dark sky inspiration series over several months this year. And today I have as my guest Bill Hinz, owner of the ADERO Scottsdale, the only Marriott International autograph collection property in a certified dark sky community. ADERO Scottsdale is fairly new to the Marriott lineup of its autograph collection themed hotels. So we wanted to talk to Bill about the hotel's place in Fountain Hills, Arizona, which became an international dark sky community in 2018. So welcome, Bill, and thanks for joining us today.
Well, thanks, Scott, for having me. Happy to be here.
Okay, well, we appreciate your time, and let's get started with a few questions that I have for you. So can you tell us, first of all, about ADERO Scottsdale's branding as a Marriott Autograph Collection Hotel? And what I mean by that is, what does an autograph collection hotel mean? Why was it important for the hotel? And how did that come about?
So, the Marriott system is probably the most powerful hotel engine in the world today. But within that, there's a lot of different brands. And the key to a hotel like ours is fitting into that in the right place. The autograph collection was the only logical fit for us within Marriott's system, because you get access to that massive reservation system, the frequent guest program with Bonvoy, but at the same time, you're allowed to maintain your own personality. We built our hotel to fit into our local community, so it doesn't look like any other Marriott property you would see anywhere else in the world. We were able to brand it, we were able to name it, we were able to really give it more of a personality that fit our community and fit what we wanted this hotel to be. So only the autograph collection gives an owner that kind of freedom and flexibility.
Yeah, that sounds really good. And certainly, as you said, it's a very unique property here in Fountain Hills. There's nothing else like it. So next, can you tell us how does astrotourism fit into the hotel's business strategy?
Well, it's a key component for us. And the simple way to put it is, there's a lot of things you can build into a hotel. If you want to be a pool-centric resort, you can build those pools. If you want to be known for your food and beverage, you can build whatever restaurant you want. But when you think about being in a dark sky community, you're either in one or you're not. And so that is a magical, for us at least, it's something that separates us from any other property in the Metro Phoenix area. So we're in a massive resort community, but we are a dark sky resort. And I'm telling you, it's something nobody else has. We cherish it. And I think our job going forward is to make sure we're good stewards of how we design our lighting programs, what kind of activity programming we put in place to take advantage of it so we can share the skies with our community, with our hotel guests. It's a big piece of who we are.
Yeah, great. So besides being just located here in Fountain Hills, and besides the fact that we're an international dark sky community, is there any other way that the Fountain Hills location enhances your astrotourism opportunities?
Oh, I think there definitely is. When you think of being directly adjacent to a city the size of the Phoenix metropolitan area, and being in a state the size of Arizona, and then you think about the location of Arizona within the Western US, the proximity to the West Coast, the Los Angeles basin on one side of us, plus all the traditional tourism we've always been able to attract from the Midwest. It's pretty incredible to be able to fly into a major international airport the size of our airport and drive less than 30 minutes and be in a dark sky community like Fountain Hills. So its location is a very, very special thing because it has the proximity to a large population base and a major airport. But at the same time, it's a dark sky community. You kind of come up over that hill between Scottsdale and Phoenix, and you just sneak into the McDowell Mountains, and it's like you've entered another world.
Yeah, isn't it really nice how those McDowell Mountains kind of protect us from that huge light cone coming out of Scottsdale and Phoenix?
It's incredible.
Yeah,
It really, really is.
Okay, well, Bill, can you tell us about ADERO's relationship with the local Star Dudes astronomy team here in Fountain Hills? And by that, I mean, what sorts of events do the Star Dudes conduct at the hotel? And how do your customers react to seeing the sky through a telescope from that location?
Yeah, it's just been dramatic. It's something we weren't sure how it would be received. So what we've done is we've had 1 day a week a gathering on our lawn, and we have this magnificent lawn that overlooks the desert and the view out to Four Peaks. And we've invited who we've now called the Star Dudes, and they are stars. I mean, the people flock all around these guys who've dedicated so much time, energy, and money in these incredible telescopes. And we simply set them up. It's kind of like if you build it, they will come. Well, I feel that way about the telescopes. They set these things up on our lawn. It's visible from our restaurant. It's visible to our hotel guests. And we'll typically invite local members of the community that make up part of our club. And, whether we're planning on having 20 people out there, 50 people out there on the lawn taking turns, and then we take various telescopes and point them at different things and have them set up ahead of time. And it's amazing the reaction people get when you're looking at stars that are so far away, you can't even fathom the distance. And then you point one of them at the moon and you see the amazing level of detail that's on the moon. We get more oohs and ahs from people who've never really seen the moon up close as we do a far, far distant constellation. So
Yeah.
it's dramatic. And so you have the people who plan on coming, but then we get the people who are just walking around going, wait, what's going on over there? And, there's also, it's not just seeing them, there's an educational component too. So the Star Dudes, as we call them, just give phenomenal information about what people are seeing. And it reminds people why it's so important that we have dark sky communities and that we preserve and protect them. So it's just been fabulous.
Yeah, it's really gratifying, when people come by and you can sense their excitement at looking at the moon or a planet or something like that through a telescope, maybe for the first time in their lives. And
Yeah.
that makes the whole evening worthwhile when you hear feedback like that. So
Yeah, well, it's incredible.
okay, well, thanks. Now I want to change the subject a little bit. You certainly know that there's an international dark sky discovery center that's been proposed here in Fountain Hills that's going to include a professional observatory telescope and a planetarium and an interactive educational space and a theater. And we're wondering if you see any enhanced astrotourism opportunities or business synergies associated with that Discovery Center if it becomes reality.
Yeah, I think there's no question. I mean, we are so excited about it. We hosted, as you know, some of the first meetings that the group had when they were putting together the plan. And astrotourism isn't just a big thing here, it's a big thing worldwide, and it's growing. It is something that us being a resort so close to where it would be would benefit tremendously. And to a degree, we don't even know yet. I think it's hard to tell how big it could be, putting something, again, because of the proximity to a major metropolitan area and a major airport. I keep going back to that because I look at where I see most worldwide, most of the discovery centers, most of the telescopes. A lot of them are really hard to get to.
Yeah, that is so true. We're tucked way up in the mountains somewhere, or
Yes.
away from large city
On an
centers.
island somewhere up in the mountains. Yeah,
Yeah.
really remote places. So I
Yeah.
think this is a whole new way to look at being able to do something like this that's still protected in terms of excess light.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, great. Well, that's all the formal questions that I have for you today, Bill, but I want to give you a chance. Is there anything more that you'd like to say about ADERO Scottsdale's activities or plans in Fountain Hills?
Well, as you know, we reopened in October after our expansion. Coming out of COVID, I feel like we've really had the resort in neutral, if you will. We've tried to really maintain our spacing, our mask requirements. You know, we want to be extremely careful as we come out of this, but we are looking forward to a tremendous surge in travel, the pent-up demand that's out there today. And I feel very fortunate, the ADERO Scottsdale, as we call it, even though it's technically in Fountain Hills, you know, the ADERO Scottsdale is exactly what consumers are saying they're looking for. They want to travel again. They want to get out and away from their homes, but they also want to get healthy. They don't want to go into a major metropolitan center. There's still, I think we're going to have a hangover of health consciousness about people wanting to, you know, there's a huge draw towards the nature. So us being so like
Did we?
that.
I think we lost your audio for a moment there.
Sorry about that. So may I'll try to rephrase that a little bit. So I just feel like the ADERO Scottsdale is uniquely positioned to come out of COVID in a very, very strong way. I know your average guest today is looking to go to a resort. They're looking to get healthy. They're looking to still maintain some level of separation. And that's what we were built for, not purposely, but being able to get out under the stars, be able to go out under our hiking trails, our biking trails. I mean, we help people get healthy again with our incredible gym and pools and tennis and pickleball. It's this pent up demand of travel we think we're really going to be fortunate and benefit from in a big way.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And of course, your location is just perfect for all of those activities that you mentioned.
Yeah.
And the terrace where we do the astronomy has such a commanding view of both the town and the sky. You know, it's the highest point, I think, in Fountain Hills. And so
Yeah, magical.
awesome. Yeah.
Just magical.
Well, thanks very, very much for your time today, Bill. We very much appreciate that you shared your perspectives on astrotourism and how ADERO Scottsdale is employing business strategies in that market sector. And for sure, we want to wish you the very best on that endeavor.
Well, Scott, I appreciate that a lot. We look forward to a long, happy relationship with your entire group. And we know it's just going to grow and grow and grow.
Okay, very good. And that'll finish the interview. Thank you very much, Bill.
Thank you, Scott. Appreciate it.
Cheers.